Want to talk about variable in JavaScript. But before then, let's get started with our VS Code. So let's go into projects directory in documents. So in documents, there is a directory called projects. And in there, I have a lot of things here, and those ones are not important for now. So let's create our new directory called variable, or we just call it JavaScript variables, and then we can go into that variable folder that we just created, and then we go into code. Great. So we have our VS Code open, and the first thing we want to do is we want to create a file here called JavaScript, or let's call it script.js. So we do touch script.js, and then we open that file. There is nothing there. We do console.log to just see if this file can actually be accessed. So we do hello world exclamation, we save it, and then we come here, we do node script.js, and boom, we can see this hello command word. So therefore, it's time to declare our variables. So there are a lot of ways we can declare variable. In fact, there are 3 ways we can declare variables in JavaScript. The first one is a var keyword and the name of the variable. Maybe you want to call it my pet or my pet name. So maybe I call this Bruno. Let's assume our pet name is Bruno. But then we want to access this particular Bruno by just calling this reference or the name of this variable. So hello command word, we want to do here Bruno, and then we see what happens. Boom, we have this error saying undefined. Why? Because we are accessing a variable before it is declared. So let's move the console here, and we do hello command space, and then we do Bruno. Let's say Bruno's variable, and then let's see what happens. When we save that, we do this, and now we can see hello command Bruno. It means this variable can actually be accessed now. Another way to declare a variable in JavaScript is by using the let keyword. So you do let and then the name of the variable. You say we want to call this my dog name. My dog name. My dog name. And then we call this catchy. CATCH. Catchy. Let's say we call that dog catchy, and then we want to access catchy now in our console. So we do my dog name catchy, and then we save it, we run it again, and we see catchy, and again we can do the same thing, hello catchy. But the way we are printing the name of catchy here is using concatenation, or you could call it a way of passing a lot of arguments to the console.log function. If you need any video on that, you can let me know in the comment section below. But let's try to greet catchy. You say hello, HELO, LLO, hello catchy, just like Bruno, and then we do this, we see hello catchy. So if I change hello catchy, and then I come here and do another one like, and then I come here, I say my pet name instead of dog, let me call it my pet name. So something different gonna happen here, and we can see this hello catchy and Bruno. So we can even remove the offer command here, and then we want to make it like a short sentence, hello Keche and Bruno, you will see them. There is another way of declaring variable by using the const keyword, and I'll tell you the difference among the three of them in just a second. So you do const, you do pi equal to 3.14, and then you do console.log pi, and we can log this. We do script console.log and we see 3.14. But hear me out, this is the difference among the three of them. With var keyword, by the way, to declare a variable in JavaScript, you need to use a keyword, either var, let, or const. With the var keyword, a variable can be redeclared and it can be reinitialized. What do I mean by redeclare and reinitialize? So you have var my pet name Bruno. So you could come here again and say var my pet name. Instead of Bruno, I could say donkey, donkey, or donjay. Yeah, donjay. I think it's donjay. Smell of pen. Yeah. So donjay. So when you do this, and then you say first declaration, and you come here, you do second declaration. You save that and you run it. This is what happens. You see first declaration Bruno, second declaration Donjay. But what is the catch here? In JavaScript, with a var keyword, you can declare a variable and redeclare that variable. And you can even reassign that variable. So I can come here and do my pet name and come here, set it to different value, maybe Penjay, P-A-N-J-Y, Penjay, and just do this and do this reinitialize, reinitialized, and we run this again. You will see that there is no error and everything came just as we placed them. But it is not the same when you are using the let keyword. And this is how you catch the difference among them. With the let keyword, you don't reassign, or let's say you don't redeclare. For example, you do my dog name is equal to Pop J. So this doesn't work. In fact, when you hover now, VS Code is telling you cannot redeclare block scope variable my dog name. So if you try to run this, let's uncomment this and do redeclare. I'm showing this so that the day you are not using VS Code, you will know this error when it comes out. So you do this and you try to run it, and boom, it threw this error saying syntax error, identifier my dog name has already been declared. So in other words, you cannot redeclare a variable in JavaScript once the variable was declared with the let keyword. Well, you can reinitialize it just by removing the let keyword from A and then set that same variable to different value. This works in JavaScript without error. And let me increase the font size a bit. So let's save this and we can say comment this. If I copy and paste and then comment this, we say reinitialize. Initialize, and then we run this. You see that it did that. It did just that perfectly. So this doesn't redeclare, let doesn't redeclare, but it does reinitialize. So it took one of the qualities of var. And then let's move to the next one. The next one says const. With const, you cannot do any of the two that works for var. What do I mean? You cannot redeclare with const var equal to maybe 14. You cannot redeclare. Let me try this in JavaScript. Let's say redeclare redeclare par. This will not work. It will throw an error saying identifier par has already been declared, which means you cannot redeclare. And you cannot reinitialize as well. So let's have this. Again, we copy and paste this, comment this. We say reinitialize. Reinitialize. You cannot reinitialize as well. So if you run this, boom, assignment to const variable. So this also cannot work in JavaScript. So in summary, in JavaScript, you can declare a variable using any of the three keywords. You use var, you use let, you use const. With var, you can declare and redeclare, you initialize and reinitialize variable. In JavaScript, it works. But for let, you can only reinitialize a variable if you want to change that value. But you cannot redeclare using the keyword let. For par, let's say const, you can only declare and initialize immediately. In fact, for var and let, you can just declare a variable just by using the keyword, like for example let x, right? Like this, it works. You can use var y, it works. But you don't do const z and you let it go, it will not work. It will already throw an error that hey, the declaration must be initialized. That means whenever you declare a variable like this, you are forced to give it a value. Now, why and when do we use const? First of all, const variable are those values that you set to a variable that don't change throughout the code. For example, we all know the constant value for par is approximately 3.14. In other words, 22/7. So because this is a value that doesn't change, it's not something that is to be substituted with some coefficient or other items mathematically. So we just use the word const to get hold of that value because it will not change throughout the code. Many times you will see developer using uppercase letter to name constant variables. For var, it is already going out of use. So nowadays developers don't use var because var is a keyword that you could mess up with it anytime and anywhere in your code. Let is widely used because you don't want to find yourself redeclaring variables, but you could also find yourself reinitializing variables. So we use let frequently in our apps, but then to get hold of constant values, we use the keyword const. And that's how we come to the end of today's episode. And if there is any comment or anything that you want me to blog about, to talk about, to do a video about, let me know in the comment section. And please like and subscribe so that we can see your interest in producing a lot of contents like this. Thank you all developers, and I'll catch you in another episode.